What's going on, everyone? In this video I'm going to do a Q&A session with you guys, and I'm also going to show you week 9 progress update for my latest HMO project. Well, it's one of my latest projects. So I'm going to show you week 9. I'm having a lot of questions coming in through the YouTube and through the Instagram, so let's get straight into them. Some of you guys' most commonly asked questions. Let's get into it. So someone's asking, do you do the maintenance yourself or sub it out? So this is a very interesting question. Now, when it comes to management, I don't know if you guys do know, but I do outsource that. So I actually have property managers that do the full management for me. Do I do the maintenance myself? No. Am I a handyman? No. Could I manage a handyman? Yes. But do I choose to? No. Now that sounds pretty complicated, but all I'm trying to say is that I do use property managers on all of the projects going forward, and I've had a great experience doing that so far. I think I've been very careful in who I've chosen for property management, and I'd recommend you do the same as well. So yeah, that's from Anand Brutos from Instagram. So shout out to you and thank you for the question. Second question that I'm getting is from Ryan McTier 97, and he's asking me, structuring a JV deal with a partner, do you use your own companies or do you create one? Now, this is another great question, so thank you for your question, Ryan. But when it comes to setting up a JV, we basically create a brand new company for the sole purpose of purchasing a property within that company. So it's something called an SPV, a special purpose vehicle, which is basically a type of LTD. It's a type of company that you can set up. Any single JV that I do going forward, and all my previous JVs I've done, I've always set up a brand new company, and then within that company, myself and my JV partner will both be directors, we'll both be 50-50 shareholders, and we'll have a JV agreement that's drawn up by a solicitor to make sure that we're both protected, as it's best to get every single thing on paper. The JV model, I absolutely love it, and I do love my JV partners. You know, every single one of my JV partners, I've got a great relationship with them all, and I'm just happy to have them on board and us kind of working together on these property deals. So it's a bit of a win-win situation. But yeah, in terms of the structuring, we set up a brand new company for each purchase. Cassandra Silva XO on Instagram, go follow her, everybody. How do you keep track on all of your costs for each project? Now for me, this is very simple, because one thing that I actually do is notes on iPhone, I use that a lot, and I keep track and I just write down all the costs on there, and that helps me to keep track of all the figures. And what I'll actually do is, if I'm doing a JV with somebody, I'll send them that, select all, send them that on a frequent basis if they require that and if they want that. Some people don't want to know. They just would rather have updates every month or so. Some people require more updates. So it completely depends on the JV partner, but with the costs and keeping on track of the costs, for me, I've not found that to be an issue, and I found it to be relatively simple in terms of keeping a track on costs. Okay, so thank you for that question, Cassandra. We have a question now that's came in from Sharb Basis Mail 21, and he's basically saying, what stage do you think of marketing to tenants, and what's your approach to voids? Now that's a great question. I'm in the process now of marketing this particular deal, which I'm going to show you very shortly, but we don't fully get it out there until we've got pictures of the rooms. Now I've tried to do it before, where you get CGIs and you post them online, but to be honest with you, I've found it to be a little bit misleading, because a lot of the time you'll have a CGI which looks completely different to the actual room that you've done. So for me, I don't like to list the rooms before I've actually done it. Now, if I had a student house and I was in a rush and I needed to let the rooms by a certain date, then yeah, I'd definitely put it onto I'd get them online and I'd basically get it rented as soon as possible if I was in a rush. However, on this deal here, there's no real rush. It's not a student accommodation, it's not a student house. So it's one of those where as soon as it's ready, then I'll get it online. Part 2 of Sharp's question is, what's your approach to voids? My approach to void periods is nothing, because I don't really have voids. It's never really been an issue for me. I think all of the areas in Nottingham that I'm buying, they get snapped up. I'm gonna have to be honest here, I never have void periods. Now, I don't know if this is normal, if this is just in Nottingham or just the properties that I've got, but so far, I think the worst void period I've had was around 2.5 years ago in my worst property, and it was for around a month. And it was just one of the rooms just didn't let out for about a month. I think it might have even been about 3 weeks. So that's been my worst situation so far. But voids are a very real thing. And I think the main thing is make sure you're buying in the right locations. And I think that would actually prevent you from having void periods. However, who knows, you know, what's down the road. So touch wood, I don't have to deal with voids for now. But for those of you that don't know, voids just means when you have an empty room or empty property. So yeah, just try and buy in areas which have high demand and you should be fine. So I have a question from Jordan Roy saying, how do you go about finding the deal and tradesmen, etc., if your regulars aren't available? So I guess there's two things. How do I find deals? Now, finding deals, I have a full YouTube video about that, so go and check that out. I think the key fundamentals are, I'm buying for cash flow, so that's the kind of first thing I look at, is the cash flow. What monthly profit am I going to get? The location, is it in a desirable location with high demand? And then the third thing is, can I refinance and pull out all of my initial investment, or can I pull out most of my initial investment? If it meets that requirement, then I'd look to proceed on that deal, be it for myself or with a JV partner, or using investor finance. So that's what I'd look to do. So that's how I kind of analyze deals and see what's a good deal for myself. But how do I actually find them? Rightmove, Zoopla, and direct to landlord. So guys, that's the Q&A done for today. Any more questions, put them in the comments, and next week I will answer those questions for you. But now let's go and check out the progress. As we can see here, we have the full kitchen that's been installed, and I'm very happy with it. Now, we did go with a bespoke kitchen supplier called Stephen Bespoke Interiors. So thank you, Stephen, we much appreciate it. And we're very happy with the kitchen, to be honest with you. We have pretty standard kitchen, but we had the nice marble tops here, and we got it for a very good price, okay? So we got this whole kitchen, including appliances, for less than £3,000. I'm happy with it. So there'll be a fridge that's going here. We was gonna put a breakfast bar here, but I just decided that we'd keep it more open and just have a fridge freezer right here. We've got the socket ready to go. All the electrics have been done, and we have all the lights working, all the electrics are working. So for those of you that don't remember, this is a HMO, a shared accommodation, 6 bedrooms. Now, as you can see here, we have the emergency lighting and a normal pendant light. So emergency lighting is something you do need to put into HMOs, and it's definitely something that I put into all of my HMOs. If you have an experienced electrician, they'll know where to put the emergency lighting, and that's who you need to refer to find out where to put the lighting, your electrician, okay? If they don't know what emergency lighting is, then don't go with them. So in this area, this is actually a living area. If you've been following up to date, if you want to check out week 1, then you can find that. It's a very recent video, it's around 9 weeks ago. It's week 1 HMO project, that's the title of the video. This is the bathroom. So we added in all this stud wall, and this is now a bathroom, and I'm happy with the finish. I mean, it's a nice, decent sized bathroom. We have a shower, sink, and a toilet, and a radiator. Pretty basic, extractor fan here. So yeah. So this room, been fully plastered. We have the electrics all completely fit out. Some people say do the electrics after the paint. Me, I'm not too bothered. I feel like if you've got a good decorator, they can work around electrics. So it's not too big of an issue. It's just preference, however you want to play it. Speak to your painter and your electrician and just decide between them. But yeah, this room's going to be all white, and we have a feature wall colour going on this chimney breast. The colour that we're going with is this colour right here, which is Lux Navy. So this should be quite a nice feature area right here. So on this project, the electrics cost £4,600 for the whole house. That's including all the smoke alarms, emergency lighting, replacing all of the sockets, doing a full rewire, 4 double sockets in every room with the USB sockets as well. So there was a lot of work involved, and thank God that my electrician is good. So yeah, 4,600. Are we all right to come up? Yeah. Sorry, brother. If you want to come on YouTube, let me know. So as we can see here, it looks completely different. Now we've started all the painting work. Here's another bathroom, and obviously it's not been painted yet, but once it's been painted, it should look very nice. We'll have a large mirror here for people to get ready, and also a cabinet here so people can put storage for their toothbrushes and any shower products, etc. So yeah. So I've just noticed one of the lights is not coming on. So all I do is I just send a photo to my build team and they'll chase up with the electrician. And then what they'll do is they'll just get the electrician when it comes back out to just sort that out. The smoke alarms, we do have them. And obviously we've got those throughout the property, but we're gonna put them in after the painting's been done. So when the painting's finished, we'll get the smoke alarms put in, yeah, at that point. And this is the USB sockets what I'm always talking about, right here. Turn them off. And yeah, if you remember, this was the bathroom. So we stripped out the bathroom, we added in this wall. One of the other bedrooms, not the biggest room, but we've decided to go all white on this one. And we've got a nice big window to make it seem a bit more spacious. That was already there previously, but yeah, same thing again, 4 double sockets with the USBs, and this room's gonna be all white. So this is another one of my favorite rooms. This is one of the bigger rooms. I believe it's around 14 square meters, maybe 16. Actually, I think, yeah, 14 square meters, and we're just gonna have all white, and we are having a feature wall here as well, I believe. And I believe this emerald green is going to be the colour. Now, people have asked me, what colour do I paint doors? I like to paint the doors gloss white, because I think that's going to give this property a nice finish. Right here. Okay, another fault. I'll just get the electrician to sort, take a photo of it. They'll basically chase out with the electrician and get them to just come and check, but they were going to come back anyway. So usually this type of thing happens, so it's no big deal, but you're seeing it live on camera, guys, live on camera. Another one of the bedrooms, we're going to have a feature wall here and here. So that's it, guys. This is this property, 6-bedroom HMO, and as soon as we've got it let out, I'll let you know exactly how much I achieved per room on this HMO. But I believe it should be around 400. If you've enjoyed the vid, then like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.